Hi, Chris. Hi, Megan.
Right over there.
I heard.
I heard her clearing her throat. Mm-hmm. Oh, you look beautiful, David. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you. Right? We could be brothers.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Is that Johnny? Johnny
Yep.
Siciliano?
I'm here, brother. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
I'm still awake, can't fall asleep. Ankle deep in memories, draining through my feet. Images of my life, mixing on the floor. Misbelief, I swear I'm falling apart. Misbelief, and I do it and just scream.
Hey. Hey, brother. You in the Army?
Was. Why?
How'd you learn to run like that?
How'd you get to Carnegie Hall?
I don't know this one.
Practice, practice, practice.
Okay.
You boat rider?
Yeah.
Will Hitchings.
How you doing?
Better than you. Gotta stay out of the bar fights, man.
You talking to my wife, huh?
Let's get a couple things straight right away, okay, Bo? Your wife is the best thing that ever happened to you. I only talked to her on the phone for 5 minutes, and I can tell you that, okay?
Okay.
Second, you decide what you want. That's all you gotta do. You decide what you want, I'll try to help you get it, okay?
I want to stay in the Army.
Try to help you do that.
Why?
Because somebody helped me when I first got hurt. I wanted to kill myself. And man, I tried a lot harder than you're trying. I work for the Challenge Athlete Foundation now. That's how your wife found me. So it's my job too. But I'd do it even if it wasn't. So you wanna run?
Now?
Yeah.
I got my medal ceremony at 1800.
We'll be done long before that, soldier.
Okay.
Okay, first question. Are you running from something, or are you running to something?
I don't know.
You're running to something, always, to the tape. Got it?
Yeah.
You're running from something, and be looking over your shoulder the whole time you're gonna get beat. All right, let's go. Keep the hell up, goddammit. What do you think this is? The Air Force?
Hey.
Hey, David.
To meet the biz.
Yeah.
Hey, how's everyone? Oh, I have to tell you, I got a new hat. My mom got me a hat. What do you think? I should ride a horse in this. I don't know. Is it too big? Or I think it's good. What do you think? I don't know. It still has a tag on it. Just in case. But no, I think I like it. We have got a great day today. Let me tell you, I've known this man, I think, for over 20 years. I mean, he is incredible. I mean, he's been reoccurring on TV shows like Bull, Young and the Restless, ER. He's had roles on The Rookie, NCIS, NCIS LA, Sleeper Cell. He was in SpongeBob. Now I need to put the bag over my head. SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie. And this man's an athlete, an artist. He's directed. He's incredible. I'm going to bring him in right now, Mr. John Siciliano.
I love the entrance. Wonderful, David. Wonderful. Thank
Did
you.
you like it?
That was good. That was good.
So hey, what's up? What's happening? You're on the East Coast right now, huh?
I'm in lovely Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania right now. I am. Due to COVID back in the day,
Ah, yes.
I didn't move back yet. because you can't really get in front of casting directors,
Right.
even though, everything's put yourself on tape. And I work out of New York a lot. So
Right. And you were in LA for a long time as well.
25 years. Yeah. I got my MFA from USC
Oh, wow.
for acting.
Okay.
So I went to USC, and I'm dying. I will be coming back. I miss the sunshine, the
Yeah.
palm trees. I don't miss the traffic. Don't miss that, but everything else I miss.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I'm right now up in Northern California, San Francisco area, and it's very mellow here. But I'm back and forth between here and LA. So
You still have a place there, or stay
living with a family. Mama is up here, and
Right.
she has her 97th birthday this month. Happy birthday to you.
That's great. I mean, you know how many generations she's seen? Like she could write a history book probably of what she's seen.
Yes,
It's
she does.
amazing when you think of through, age comes wisdom. I believe that in anything. I think the more you live, the more you learn, the more it helps you become a better actor.
Yeah.
History, you tap into all those emotions that you've went through in your life. I think that
Yeah, through life, through all those emotions, through what you've learned, what brings you the biggest joy in life?
giving back. I have a Children's Hospital award right there. I got another role model award. I think whatever success you get,
Yeah,
giving back, it feels the best. I teach an amputee how to run. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an above knee amputee. Went to the '96 Paralympics. Was kind of the jock drama club guy going through high school, and of course, giving back. Been all over the world: Sri Lanka, Haiti after the earthquake. Teaching amputees, going to all the soldiers of Walter Reed, BAMC, Balboa, all the military hospitals, putting on running clinics. That really is awesome. And don't get me wrong, getting a job and coming out on set and doing your thing is pretty awesome too. That's what it's about.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you're an athlete. I mean, a huge athlete, and then you also love acting. I mean, where did both of these come from?
Well, I think it comes from when I was in 7th grade. I mean, I always loved movies, and I didn't come from the Brady Bunch family, let's say. So I always wanted to stay at school. Going home wasn't woo, I get to go home. I was the kid who was okay, what can I do now? I can go play sports. And then there's drama club after that. So they just married each other. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't beat or anything like that. It was just, no one was ever home. So I just hated being home by myself.
Right.
And so being out of school was kind of that joined me into this world of loving the arts, loving movies, playing sports. And then, of course, the car accident in '93, that put my acting career on hold because I wanted to run again. And that's when I got a brochure of Paralympic athletes running track and was whoa, you mean I can run on these things? And what's the Paralympics and stuff like that?
Right.
So my acting career took a little hold till I went to the Paralympics.
Right.
A year and a half. And then when I came back after the Paralympics, I wanted to get theater back in my life.
Right.
And
you know what's interesting? I know you sent me a bunch of tapes here, clips. So I'd love to just show a little clip. What a commercial. How did that come about?
I did a Verizon commercial out in LA
Yeah.
and met a guy on set that was like enamored by me. And I had to climb a rope. But you know, beautiful of national commercials.
Yeah.
When you get a national commercial, holy shit. I climbed the rope all day, like with the prosthesis and someone on set. And that's what I miss about LA. See, that doesn't happen a lot wherever you live. In LA, you can meet someone going to Rite Aid. You know, you never know where you're going to meet someone that's like, I miss that. I really do. Like going to Ralph's and be like, oh, striking up conversation. Someone says you're right for a project. Next thing you know, you got a job.
Yeah.
Like it's how it can work like that. You know, you're not all the time, but that's how that Nike commercial came. Met someone on set and was directing a Nike commercial coming up and wanted to do it with me.
I love that. I love that. And well, I'm sorry, I interrupted you about, you know, I had to show that because you were talking about your running in the Paralympics and then of course the Nike commercial came out, but and then you were talking about, then you got into acting after that?
Okay. Well, I was always into acting, but I mean, I went to undergrad for theater at Point Park University in Pittsburgh. So, you know, I got my bachelor's in acting and but my car accident came during my sophomore / junior year. Let's just say I was having a good time in college.
Yeah.
I was a double major, playing soccer, captain of my soccer team at Point Park. Car accident happened. And so when I got running back into my life, it gave me a lot of confidence. Like, and I still do this again. And they were doing Shakespeare at my school at Point Park. And the director goes, they were doing Much Ado About Nothing. And the director was like, John, these are soldiers coming back from the war. Why can't he have one leg? And I'm like, I don't know, Shakespeare didn't really write it for a one-legged guy, right? Like, and he's like, no, it makes sense for the character.
Right.
And I got Baraccio, and Much Ado About Nothing.
Right.
And I went from like the guy, like, I didn't really come from money. So took me a while when I broke the records running, then like companies were throwing prosthetics at my way.
Right.
And so then I called up my prosthetist and was like, I need 18th century leg. We're doing Shakespeare. And it was pretty funny. So that we made like a peg leg. And I ended up going to Irene Ryan Awards for that, which is like a high honor for college acting. You go to just for scholarships and stuff. You get adjudicated and you think Benedict or Beatrice, like the big major roles in that show, would have got. I mean, they got like 2-page monologues in that show. And Baraccio, which I think in the movie, Keanu Reeves plays that character.
Right.
Pretty sure that's who plays Baraccio. And I was like, maybe this isn't over. And I just went for it and could incorporate it into my characters. And then I hit a road bump when I went to USC.
Right.
Got a full ride, swim with Mike scholarship. If anyone's watching and wants to go back to school, check out the Swim with Mike scholarship. It's for able-bodied people once became disabled. It's an amazing thing at USC. Now you can go all over the country. Sorry for that shameless plug, but if it can help, you know, do it. Check it out, swimwithmike.org. So I get out to LA. Now I just wrote a play. Well, rewind. You know, everyone knows Gail Williamson.
Oh, yeah.
The queen of all of this. We bow down to Gail. She's the best. So she invited me to go to a scholarship, like free acting camp at in Maine, National Theater Workshop of the Handicap.
Yeah.
And I don't like that word, handicap. So I didn't play. I don't like that word, but it's acting, it's theater. Get over it, John. Okay. So I got over that. I'm like, yeah, who cares about that word? You are what you are.
Yeah.
Embrace who you are. I don't care what word they want to give you. You're you and embrace you. And I went up there. I ended up writing a play, which is actually on my back wall, Siciliano.
Ah,
Yeah. Did a play for Belfast, Maine. We opened there, ran in New York City for 2 years, and then finished at USC for the Fox Family show called Courage. Featured in like People Magazine. I was on 60 Minutes. All right, so I'm sitting.
now you said Courage, right? Which brings me to something, because we chatted last night and we both realized we were not in the same production, but we were both in the same play, The Wizard of Oz. And I played the Scarecrow.
Yeah,
And you played
the Cowardly Lion. Movie musical ever.
Talk about courage.
I know. It's. I wish I had courage to sing. That's my. I can't hear notes. I am terrible.
Right.
Anyway, where I was going is when I came to LA.
Right. Listen, before you do that, we have somebody else who's here today, who's here, I think, almost the first time for Meet the Biz, Greg Kenny. And he's also had some courage, didn't you, Greg?
Absolutely. I love doing that show. I played the lion, the scarecrow, and the Tin Man when I did it.
Ah, you played the Tin Man or the Cowardly Lion?
I played all three because I had to go on for all of them because they all got sick on opposite nights.
Oh my God.
Let's hear If I Only Had the Nerve.
So you were like a one-person show.
Yes, I love that show.
Oh, so do you have a question for John, or any thoughts to talk to him about?
I was just wondering if you could please send him the excerpt about B.
What's that? What I missed? Yeah.
I was wondering if you could please send him the excerpt about B.
An excerpt about you?
Yes,
What do you mean by excerpt?
that tells my story on it.
Oh, so sort of like you guys working together on something.
I'll feel free to listen to what you got, buddy. Yeah, that's
Thank you so
give me my
much.
email, and we can work off of this. You know, not everyone. That's a one-on-one thing. We'd have to. Hey, I'll tell you what I did to write my play. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
You know, and it just takes time, dedication, and creativity, and bouncing things off of people helps.
Yes.
Well, thank
And
you,
you
Greg.
are truly an inspiration. I wanted to tell you I really respect everything you stand for. You give people like me hope to keep going.
That's it. Got to keep pumping and cracking, buddy. You got to.
I'm so glad you were on today, Greg. Oh, you got to come on more often.
Yeah, and I'll give you my, whatever it takes to, sidebar all this. I'll do whatever I can, buddy.
Thank
I'm all
you
about
so much.
takes people to help people, like what Dave's doing here.
Absolutely.
It's family, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's family.
You got to bring people together. It's networking. It's a huge part of this business. You can't do it all by yourself. You need support. So,
Yes.
Thank you, Greg. We look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yes.
Wonderful question, and I love the connection to the Wizard of
Yeah.
Oz.
Yeah, right?
Thank
It'll-
you so much.
Oh, I love it.
The one musical I ever did, and look at that. Who knows where this will go?
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I love it. I love it. So you were, I mean, you went from acting there and writing your own show to be in like NCIS and
Well,
you
it
have a-
started. Here's
yeah.
where I come out to LA thinking, okay, I've done all this theater.
Mm.
Okay, in LA, so what do you have on tape? Oh, I've been doing theater. I've been on blah, 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 blah. No, but what do you have on tape? And so I hit a road bump because I have nothing on tape. They don't like theater on tape. It's kind of like, so it's, well, I did this, but so luckily Gail, remember Riley Day?
Yes.
Riley Day takes me in, God bless his soul, an amazing man. You guys are probably too young to remember him, but he broke down doors. And I finally get an agent. Gail came to a show. I did a solo performance piece at USC.
Yeah.
Gail comes to, doesn't know me. That was back when it's media access.
Right.
So media access, Gail comes to the show with her husband. She's never met me. I do this solo performance piece. And anyway, Riley signs me. My first audition, ER. No way, ER. What am I going to play? Like a young doctor? I'm a paramedic, physical therapist? No, John, you're going to audition for the crazy one-legged homeless guy.
Oh my God, I saw that clip today.
That's what my first job was.
Oh my God, can I show it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh my God, you got to see this. This is so.
That's what broke me in. And I was like, what? This is what Hollywood thinks of me? And Mimi Kennedy was mentoring me. And she's like, John, Wesley Snipes had to play the black drug dealer. And she's like rattling off these stereotypes you got to play. And you're an actor, so act. Take on the character. And that's what I did. And that's my first role.
Oh my God. Let me show it to everybody.
It's great.
It's really wonderful. Let's see. Here we go. Here.
Susie.
If he wants her.
I don't know.
Hey, lady! Where in the hell's my leg?
I believe it was amputated.
Not the real one, you moron, my
Are you
prosthetic.
sure you had one when you came in here, Toby?
Hell yes. She took it. Give it back.
What would I want with your leg?
You tell me, you pervert.
Can you describe the leg?
Yeah, looks just like this one, only it's plastic.
Okay, we'll see if we can get you one. Filet, Fly Fisher needs a tetanus shot. Can you check Central Supply, see if we have any extra orthopedic legs? Somebody stole Toby's leg again.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
There it is. The first role in Hollywood for John Siciliano right there. Playing the crazy homeless guy.
How fun was that?
Oh, it was after I got over, like, is this what Hollywood thinks of me? And then I'm like, no, I'm an actor. This is fun. Go get a wig, painted up my teeth. I went into Warner Brothers, and quick funny story, that role, I went in, and that's when I realized, going to Warner Brothers my first time, and there's, in the waiting room, I'm thinking, holy smokes, there was like 21 wicked actors in there. I thought there'd be like a couple of us. I go in wearing my lit because I wanted to show them that I could walk and play an able-bodied character.
Right.
I go in, there's John Levy, the director, the writer, one of the producers on the couch. So, and I'm all done up with the wig, the hat, 30. I didn't have, I had like Nike Zooms. They weren't beat up. So I thought when I get in there, I'll just pop it off. So I go into the room and I'm walking with my pants on, and they're like, those are some pretty expensive shoes for a homeless guy. And I pop off my shoe, and I pop off my leg.
Oh.
That's what looking at, like they thought I was an able body, you know. And these shoes and this $25,000 prosthesis will not be auditioning. And I pop off my leg, and they're like, oh, okay. And I go into Toby, this crazy guy. And then this is what I didn't think. So I have to get out of the room now. I do my first audition in Hollywood, in Warner Brothers. There I am. So now I'm in pants. So I'm like, I got to get out of the room. Whatever you do, audition, get the heck out of the room. Well, my leg's off. So I have to unbutton my pants. I drop my drawers. I grab my leg, put my leg on, and I walk out. And John Levy was just like, no one's done that in here for years. Like, and I shook my ass at him, and I walked out. 2 episodes of ER. That's what broke me, got me my
My God. That's a brilliant story. Oh my God.
I rolled the dice. Either I was gonna burn and crash, or but I got it.
You got it.
Get creative. Get creative.
Oh my God. Listen, I want to get a few other students within here, and what a story that was. I know that, who do we have here? Mark Wells, and Mark is in the class right now. Mark Wells, you there?
Yeah.
Mark, come up to the camera. Come up to the camera so we can see you.
Oh, that's the class right now?
That's the class at the actual studio now.
In LA.
In LA, Performing Arts Studio West. Hey, Mark.
Hi, Mark. How you doing, bud?
I have a question.
Shoot.
For you. Which character in SpongeBob SquarePants do you think you are most like?
Well, there's live action pirates in it. So I played Pokey the Pirate.
Oh, how fun.
Oh.
And yeah, it wasn't the biggest role. I tell you what, it's not like, but I tell you what, residuals from that for 2.5 weeks on a pirate ship in Tampa. That's the beauty of this business. You shoot for 2.5 weeks. You never know what's going to make it. You know, the edit room can be like snip, 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 snip. But as long as you're in the union and you're in that movie, you can make some money at this business. But I'm a pirate. I was, matey. And that audition was pretty funny too, is when I got that peg leg, when I had to call my prosthetist the night before, because back then, now you get like 2 days before an audition.
Right.
Back then was like 1 day. And it was an improv. So I had to call my prosthetist and be like, I got this bit, and they wouldn't tell me the name of the movie. You know, Leslie from KMS or KMR. I can't keep up with the KMs at the time.
Right.
Like, John, we have a big movie. Can't tell you the name of it. You're gonna be, and I'm like, so now what? You're gonna be playing, you got to audition for the peg-legged pirate. So like, wow, Hollywood, it's only a matter of time before I play the crazy homeless guy and the peg-legged pirate. So, call my prosthetist.
Yeah.
Need a peg leg. I got an audition for this big movie. I don't know the name of it. I don't even have sides. It's all improv. So, get up early in the morning, makes me a peg, go Santa Monica Boulevard, and I had my old wig from ER.
Yeah.
And on this peg leg, crossing Santa Monica Boulevard, like, I have an MFA in theater, and this is what I do for a living. And I'll never forget it. I go in there, and they're like, "Can you sing and dance?" Now, mind you, I did The Wizard of Oz in high school, singing and dancing. I mean, I got some rhythm at a wet, but so I go in there, and I'm dancing around. Then I walk across Santa Monica Boulevard, take off my wig, and be like, this is what I do for a living. And
Yeah,
when,
but you go balls to the wall, so so to say. You know what I mean? You
yeah,
just
I went at it, man. I was thinking I was swinging all around, and like I was just like, whoa.
but that's what you need to. Thank you so much, Mark, for that. That was great.
Not to
Gracias.
segue out of, so that was a pirate was the character that
You
I
are-
can identify with.
It was wonderful, but I mean, what you do is, I mean, you go for it. I mean, if we have so many students here, but beyond students, a lot of these are working actors. Just incredible talent here at Performing Arts Studio West and Meet the Biz. What is your suggestion to actors or athletes or anyone with a dream and a goal? What is your suggestion for the step to move forward?
Okay. Thank you for that very generic question. Okay. Very vanilla. I would say life's a roller coaster. You're gonna have your ups and your downs. Have thick skin or don't get in this business. If you can't live in pencil, don't get into this business. If some things can happen like that, I have a lot of friends that need structure. Need structure. I mean, unless you're like Tom Cruise and you got like 12 scripts to read, you know, like you gotta roll with it.
Right.
And I mean, I think that's because I see so many people that say, well, I could be an actor. I have great personality.
Right.
And I always say, can you live in pencil? Can you be like, oh, I have a plan tonight, and all of a sudden your agent calls and you have, I got to study. Preparation is key. Know your work. So when you walk in that room or put yourself on tape, you've done the work. Go to sleep with those sides on your hip and you wake up. I'm telling you, it's usually 2 days, you suck it up and nothing else matters but getting that job. And that's kind of my philosophy when I get sides, I should say, is I love it. Love putting the work in, put the other lines on tape is what I do. Acting is reacting. Talking, listening. Talking, don't just memorize your lines because you know your lines. Memorizing your lines so they're natural when you hear someone else talk. I don't know if that was a vague answer to a question of a lot of levels of what I would advise. It's what I do.
Yeah.
I like that USC shirt, buddy. See that though. And it's not for everyone, this business, right, David? This isn't not for the weak, my friends. This is not for the weak. This is for strong like bull. No weak like chicken here. Like
it's seriously sometimes you know, in high school even some people thought, oh, this is an easy profession and this and that. I think this is one of the hardest. I mean, to learn a new script every week, or just think about you know, I mean, and you've done it. You've been on soap operas. I mean, you get how many pages that's that script?
Hardest acting ever. Soaps. Not only is the dialogue kind of cheesy and you have to make it sound natural, they do so many pages a day because they're machines. If you need 2 takes doing soaps, out of the room.
Oh no.
It's like they know, like, because they have so many cameras at you. Like, I mean, maybe you get 2. You don't get 3, because then they're looking at you. Like, because they're a machine. There's so many pages they have to bang out every day. So they're just like pumping and cracking. It was hard. Like, Young and the Restless, I had to do a funeral scene where I had to fold a flag in front of everybody in the cast.
Yeah.
They had the guy that's from the army to make sure everything's okay, like doing it right. I don't know, what do you call it? Ay. David, help me out here.
Oh, I'm
Guy that's on the set on NCIS that was that job. What do they call them?
I'm blanking too at this moment. Anybody?
Where they've done that job. And they
Yes.
make sure it's accurate.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. We know what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the army guy comes to my dressing room. So you're giving over the flag to a military person who has passed. Let me hear the monologue. So I'm like, all right, yeah, yada. And he's like, no, you would never say that. And I'm like, no, this is what was written. Look, this is my script.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't say that. He pulls out a pencil or a pen and writes down what I would say. I got to be on set in front of the whole cast, giving this flag to a monologue that I memorized. And now I got 30 minutes to pull this out of my butt.
Woo.
And they got me in like a wool military blue. And so when you get nervous, you sweat. Holy macaroni. The hardest thing I had to pull off. I'm like, I have 30 minutes. I got to memorize this. And I'm in wool. Ah!
But you did it.
But when people say anyone could be an actor, that is hard to do.
I don't know how you did that.
It was brutal. Oh, I was so nervous. I get the heebie-jeebies thinking about.
Oh my God. But you did it.
I pulled it off.
Oh my God. I love that.
You guys think of my stories, but
I could see like a one-person show with you. It's like amazing. Oh, look at that. I just saw what she posted up here. I love that. Thank you, Chris. Look at that. Is that yours? That's your card, huh?
guy. I recognize him.
I recognize him too. Look at that. Chris is wonderful. I mean, she does all the
Hey,
behind the scenes here at
that's a 27-year-old John. I'm still, but that's 27-year-old in my prime.
in your prime. We have Julian Carrasco here today, and he would like to ask you a question.
Bring it on.
Hey. So my question is, when you were playing in SpongeBob, did it take you long to like be in the character like fast?
Yeah, that was the easiest job. I won't lie to you. I
Yeah.
didn't have any lines. It was all improv.
Yeah,
It was
because
all improv.
all improv.
It was so fun. I went to
Uh-huh.
Tampa for 2.5 weeks and just grew a beard, which was kind of crazy for me. And just was silly.
Yeah.
So I never had a script. It was all improv. So
Were you sweating? When you sweating when you did the part?
was I what?
Were you sweating when you did the part?
Oh no, we were on a pirate ship in the Tampa Bay.
How
I
fun.
was just loving what? It was easiest jobs I've ever done.
Oh, I love that.
Easy.
Me too.
Thank you, Julian.
Really
Welcome, David.
beard, all this fake teeth. I mean, it was so much fun. Met some great people. That was the easiest job, really. I mean, and that's what's fun. The hard part is getting the job. Once you get the job, man, it's fun. Like, I love it. Like, that's auditioning is the hardest part. Because once you get it, then they send you a script. Depends if it, if you're, I mean, Co-star, you're not really going to get a script. Guest star, you'll get sides. Then when you get it, then you'll get the script. I love when I get the whole script up front.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
fun.
really chew on it. That's the best.
You know, you were talking about residuals earlier before, and I still get every other month or so a residual checks for my one day on Meet the Fockers.
No way, you were on that?
I was dumb fucker at Fokker, and and
I'm gonna Netflix that show right now to watch that.
I'm in the extended version or deleted scene number 14. But
You didn't make the cut, but you still got the union wage.
Where we did, because it's in the DVD, and that's
deleted scenes.
There was there they have two versions: the deleted scenes, and then they made it an extended version, which has all the different scenes incorporated in it. But there was a bunch of us Fockers. There was Anita Fokker, Frida Fokker, Woody Fokker, Bonnie and Mo, Harry, and there's Dom. So
Dom Fokker. That is brilliant.
I'll tell you the story one of these days. It's quite, it makes me go, oh yeah, I was in that. I shook hands with De Niro. And Blythe Danner and Hoffman came up to me and said, "Good shit, man." I was like, I can go now. It was fun. Anyway, enough about me.
No, that's a great. It's a roller coaster. Like I said,
it is. You never know if you're gonna, if it's gonna end up in the film, if you're gonna get the money or not. You'll get, I mean, yeah, it's quite fascinating, and you just go with the flow, and you what you said, roller coaster.
Roll with the punches, live it, pencil, and do your homework. When you get that call that you have an audition, everything else is on hold.
Yeah.
You live in those sides. Live in them.
Live in it.
Just when you think, well, I was going to go do this with my friends. No, you're studying. You're studying. That's what's important. So once you get that job, that's when it really pays off. Just that's the fun part. Getting it.
What is your dream in life?
I've had the reoccurring.
Mm-hmm.
I want series regular. That's the dream.
I can see.
I want that series regular so bad. Oh, I'm not even tell you how bad I want that series regular.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking at your IMDb, and beside being an incredible actor and an athlete, you're also an animator, and you've directed animation?
That is some other John Siciliano.
Oh.
Queer Duck is on there. I don't know who that John Siciliano is, but it's on my IMDb page.
I was wondering, John Siciliano.
I just leave it on there because I think it's funny. I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is. That's
That's funny. You're the second person that I've talked to who said, that's somebody else.
I don't even know who this cat is, but he's on my IMDb page.
Oh, that's
I
good.
think it's funny, so I leave it there because it's just funny to me.
Right.
I'm not an animator, no.
Well, we've got some animators here who I know would love to cast you one of these days. So
I would love and do more voiceover. I think I could do a lot of voices if I have to.
Right.
And who wouldn't want to go shoot something in like the tropics?
Oh,
It'd be another I have to go to the Caribbean for a month.
God,
right.
Right.
I have to go to Bora Bora to shoot a movie.
Bora Bora.
That's always, I just auditioned for Hawaii 5-0.
Oh.
And I didn't get it. And that's where you have, like, I prepped my butt off. I thought I did a great read.
Yeah.
And didn't get it. So
and you never know.
That job. I wanted that job so bad.
There are so many, and this is for everybody, as we know, there's so many levels to who knows what they want in the casting. The person who got it was probably completely opposite from you.
Exactly. You just never know. And that's you gotta have thick skin. You gotta shake it off. Even though it's like, man, I did a great read. I could go to Hawaii in 2 weeks. Oh, this would be great.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
I know.
That's part of it.
And sometimes it's like, okay, you move on to the next one, and then they surprise you. They knock on the door and say,
yeah,
hey, can you be here? And
that has happened to me. Like that Nike commercial, or I got a movie did a movie called The Chair, a B horror flick with Roddy Piper, the wrestler.
Yeah.
And I got that from something I didn't get, but that casting director liked me. So, once again, sometimes you may feel like you did a good read. They go another direction. It may circle back. Take every opportunity and give it all you got, because it can circle back. And you'd be like, what? I thought it has happened many times to me.
I love it. Let's bring on Luke Zimmerman. Luke Zimmerman.
Hey, how you doing?
Luke.
Hey,
Buddy.
I have a brother in New York, and he's one big fan of SquarePants. He loves it.
You guys are fascinated with the SpongeBob movie.
I know, right?
I hear that
The
voice.
smallest role I did, but all right.
I heard that voice. I know that's you did it, the voice like that.
No, I did a live action pirate. I did a live
And when David show you did the show ER, I say, who's that old man with no leg? Like that. But in so ER, how you make the cast? Did the cast treat you well on NCIS or ER? How the cast treat you, two different shows?
How was the cast different?
In two different shows.
How was the cast different, you're saying? Right?
Yeah, in ER and INCS.
Oh, how's the cast different versus ER to compared to NCIS? How was your experiences between the two?
Okay.
Thank you, Luke.
Thank you. Great question. Mark Harmon is the sweetest man in the world. When I was young, it was a big role for me, big guest starring role. And I am with Mark Harmon. Like, whoa, here we go. And he was so, like, how can I say? He was, if I needed anything, John, do you need another take? And you know what else he taught me? All right, guys, here's a note. Theater acting, which I just did play, equity play in Philly for 10 weeks this summer. Anyway, I haven't done a play in a while, and 500-seat house. Had to be big and loud. Mark Harmon, early in my career, when he would talk to me, he would be very small. And he literally, do that, soldier. Okay? And I realized in TV acting, small is key. You don't have to be big. That camera catches everything. And when I work with Mark Harmon, and he was just like this, and he talked to me, you do that, soldier. And he was tiny, and I was like, I will never forget that. I was like, TV and film, small. Theater, yeah, you got to get little big and loud, but
what you just did was mesmerizing. I mean, if I was a casting director or a producer just watching you do that moment, I went, I gotta call him in, because did you see what he just did, everybody? He was just there. It's just connecting and knowing who he's talking to and just being. And it's just, and you have this close up and it's like, I was drawn into you. I couldn't stop watching. It's like, small. Wow.
But that's what I learned.
Yeah.
Doing NCIS. And ER, that was that crazy rah character. And my first job ever being on a TV set. So I really didn't really know what I was really doing, to tell you the truth. I fucking winged it. Like, I really did.
Yeah.
By the time I got NCIS, I was learning how TV and film work. I never did it. I always did theater. And I just learned how to woof for the camera. That was the big difference.
I love that. Woof for the camera. Hey, we have Shaquille Hayes. Shaquille Hayes, how are you, Shaquille Hayes?
Good. So, so John, were you like in Pirates of the Caribbean?
I'm sorry. Say that again. My mic's probably.
Oh, he asked if you were in Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, but I wish.
You wish you was, huh?
That's the thing. That would have been a great dream job. Go to shoot here. I never even got an audition. And I played a pirate in a Verizon commercial.
Even though your friends were like skeletons, they were undead.
I know. I told my agent, like, why can't I get a read?
Yeah, what other movies did you do? Were they dead like this? Okay, hold on.
I love it. Now, you know what Shaquille wants to be in?
Yeah, what other movies have you done?
Shaquille, you want to be in Spider-Man movie, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So go ahead and say John.
What are you going to play, the villain or like what?
No,
what role?
Superhero.
You going to play the superhero?
Yeah, or Spider-Man. The best one.
No. Find out who's casting the next movie. Get yourself
I'll
an
find out
agent.
if he's
Figure
casting
it
in the
out.
next movie when they see him come out in June.
Are they shooting another one?
Yeah, number 4. Tony Stark is alive.
Who's playing
And I
Spider-Man? Do we know?
Yeah.
I don't know. The last one, what,
That would
3
be
of them
Peter
played it,
Parker and
right?
Tom Holland.
Who was the guy? The last one.
Yeah, Tom Holland played Peter Parker in Spider-Man.
What did they have 3 in the last Spider-Man? We're getting on a Spider-Man kick, but I love it. Didn't they have?
Yeah,
the
they got 3. But now we're getting to number 4. Now we're gonna get to number 4.
Who's the guy that went over there with Jake Gyllenhaal? That's
Who's the guy?
Spider-Man. Who's that actor? He
That
did
was-
another movie. He goes over, Jake Gyllenhaal plays like the bad guy, but you think he's the good guy at first. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
like
talking
the villain. That would be Doc Ock.
about?
Mysterio.
World, something like that.
You know what actor played Mysterio?
Yeah, yes,
Jake Gyllenhaal.
that one. Who played that
Jake
Spider-Man?
Gyllenhaal.
Toby
played
Maguire?
No, it wasn't Toby. He was the earlier Spider-Man.
Oh, the one in between Tom Holland and Toby.
No, I think it's that guy you just said.
Andrew Garfield with Peter Parker in the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Right. Andrew Garfield. I love that we're like we are in the universe.
No,
now.
what's going on?
Spider-Man trivia, boy.
It's a roller coaster.
I'll bring 2 Spider-Man friends of mine. You know, to save the Earth.
I can't see your face. You're too close in your.
I don't
I
know
like
what the
it.
question was, but where we're going. But okay, yeah.
Well, this is, you know, we just had a moment of a Spider-Man talk. I love it.
Yeah, no doubt.
And thank you, Shaquille. Thank you. You know, and thank you for bringing up too, you know, the pirate movies. I mean,
Oh yeah, that's right. Pirates of the Caribbean. That's right. That's where that question went into Spider-Man and all the. Okay, gotcha.
I love it. So you know what? Roller coaster, just like you say. I love it.
Right, up, down. you never know where it's gonna go.
I'm looking at some of these questions, and I mean, your history is, I love it. I just love it. Oh, what role that you haven't played yet would you like to play?
Wow. Whoa. That is a great question because wow. Wow. I always play gritty characters.
Yeah.
I play a lot of gritty, kind of tough soldiers or military rangers or something like that. Homeless guy was pirates. I did Workaholics, and it was fun to do comedy because I don't play comedy much. I'm more of a 1 hour drama guy.
Right.
The gritty 1 hour dramas. When I did Workaholics, I played the dick. I played a cocky, arrogant jerk.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun because we all have it in us. We don't bring it to the table because it's not nice. But it was fun to play that guy. Or I wouldn't mind doing a romantic comedy. That would be kind of fun. I don't really have that, but Adam Sandler does it. What the heck?
Yeah.
I would like to do more comedy, but I know that's not. I don't really. Even though I think I could be funny, I can think I can be funny.
Yeah, yeah. I know you can be funny. I've seen it. I've seen it here. That's great.
Great question. Yeah, that's a great one. I gotta chew on that one, actually. I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay. We have time for maybe 2 more questions.
Okay.
So I see there's some hands up here. I'll let you.
How long we've been going here?
We're at the hour mark. So we're down to the last 5 minutes. So I wanted to check to see, do you see everybody's hands up there?
I see them. What
little
do I
hands?
do?
Is there somebody you want to call on?
You do the calling. I don't even.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's call James Powell this time. James Powell, how are you, my friend?
Hey there, I'm doing good.
Good. What question do you have for John?
How long you did the show from the SpongeBob?
Do you seriously get another SpongeBob question?
We have a SpongeBob family here. Yes.
What was the question again?
How long you did the SpongeBob part, the acting?
Oh, how long did it take?
Weeks, 2.5 weeks in Tampa. I had to grow a beard for 2 to 2.5 months. I couldn't shave. That's what was kind of crazy. I was like, wow, I didn't know I could grow so much facial hair. So 2.5 months to grow a beard and 2.5 weeks in Tampa on a pirate ship.
That's great. How fun would that be to be on a pirate ship?
Oh, it was a blast. Except I was running around on a peg leg for 12 hours. Wasn't the most comfortable in my leg, but
got a little sore there.
Yeah, I'd come home in the hotel room, I'm gonna take a hot bath right now.
Yeah. Thank you, James.
Yeah.
Okay, we have time for one more, and I see Miracle, and Miracle, any question except about SpongeBob.
Yeah, no more SpongeBob.
We've done the SpongeBob. It makes me want to go out and buy a SpongeBob doll. I have some other dolls here, but anyway, we won't go into my stuffed animals. Okay.
Yeah.
Miracle. She's a miracle.
Hi. I got a question for you.
Shoot.
where you did show on ER?
What did I what?
Where you started show on ER?
Yep, that was my first job. I was that's the first job. I don't know what year. I remember Anthony Edwards died on that episode. He had cancer.
Oh wow.
And I got 2 episodes, which got me my SAG card. When you're, and that was phenomenal because auditioning for a SAG show and you don't have your card, you can become SAG eligible. That's something you'll need to learn if you're not a union actor. And so.
And did you become SAG eligible, or did you just join the union then?
I was SAG eligible from that job, and then I could join.
Okay.
And then they gave me another episode. So
and then you had to join.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. Good. You led to a good question, Miracle, about joining SAG, and it's interesting too because the first job that I got was a commercial.
Yeah. How'd you get your card?
I got my card. It was 1990, and I got my first audition that I auditioned for. I wish I could still do this, but first audition. I went out there, I got it. And it was a SAG commercial. And I went, I'm not ready yet to join SAG. I've got to learn a little more. So then the next audition I got a SAG. So I had to join the next time. So
what did you get 2 commercials or did you get a commercial and a TV show?
No, they were both commercials to get my SAG card.
National spots?
One was the first one I think was a regional, but the second one was a national. It was a Greyhound bus.
Oh,
It was very nice back then. They really had good residuals then. And then what was nice is 6 months down the road, they did another Greyhound and they just called me in they cast me.
So what did you do? Like, were you getting on the bus or like, I love commercials because you do so little, yet make so much.
Well, it's so funny. They had little vignettes, and this was interesting. Okay, this is getting into a little bit about me. The chair just went down.
That's all right.
We're just going with a roller coaster.
Go to you, buddy.
What was focus? There we go. Let's see. Okay. I auditioned for the Greyhound, and I came in to audition for the guy blowing up a balloon, and it was sort of cute. There was this cartoon, it was going to be a cartoon balloon or something. And then I walked out and I looked at the room, and it was full of these big, beefy baseball players. And I was like, okay, this is not me. But all of a sudden, they tapped me on the shoulder. Could you come back here while you're here? I guess they liked something that I did with the blowing up the balloon. And they called me back. Can you play a baseball player? I went, sure. So all of a sudden I took the bat and I just did me. I didn't do, the hunky big, that's not who I am. So I went in there and and I spun around. And I got cast as the baseball player. So that was the first one. And then the second one they called me back for was Romeo. So they put me in glasses and I had a bunch of flowers, and all of a sudden Juliet stepped on me and squashed me.
It's commercials, you never know too. Like, you just never know what they want. Give them something different. Think outside the box. Be you. Well, that's a great story. And they make a lot of money, those national commercials.
You could, I tell you, that paid for a lot of stuff.
I know. I bought my first car on a Verizon commercial. Like, it's crazy.
Do you have time for one more question?
One more, go ahead.
One more, we'll do one more. Ranjani Reyes, I know she was waving her hand. There's a lot of people, but Ranjani Reyes.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, John.
Hi.
I have a great question for you.
Shoot.
Okay. Who's inspired you during amazing acting of your shows you made?
Well, that's a kind of two-part question. It's like, who do I think are amazing actors, or who inspired me personally, who's helped me?
Yeah. Like athletes or actors, like who's gonna inspire of the amazing work? Who's gonna inspire you more?
Okay, well, as an athlete, it would be my coach. He's a physical therapist.
Okay.
David Bosley. As an actor, Mimi Kennedy helped me in the business in the beginning.
Okay.
David, Gail, Riley inspired me to like help me with connections.
All right.
I think great actors. You get the obvious, the De Niro, the Pacino, Sean Penn, Edward Norton. I mean, anytime those guys are doing movies, I'm watching them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I could think of.
You could so fit in that. I could see you. Thank you, Ron Johnny. That was a good one. That was a real good one. I could see you in a Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, I would love, yeah. You know, directors, I would love to do Tarantino movie. Ugh.
Tarantino?
Yeah, right?
Right here. This man, right? Where is?
Oh, man. I just watched Pulp Fiction again last night. Those scenes between Travolta and Samuel Jackson are just, you got Eric Stoltz. You got it's Harvey Keitel, the Wolf. It's good stuff.
And then we have John Siciliano.
Oh man, I'd eat that script up.
Oh my God, I know you would. John, thank you. It was so good to see you and connect with you again. It's been years. I was thinking of all the wonderful actors that I know, and I thought, I wonder how John Siciliano's doing. And I connected with him, and here he is. So thank you for you.
And I'm coming out to LA at the beginning of April. So end of March, beginning of April, this one with Mike Scholarship fundraiser at USC. So
nice. I love it. Well, we'll have to get together. We'll have a bite.
Big old hug, David.
Big old hug. Yeah. Oh, let's all give a hug to John. I'm going to remove
Thank you so much, John, for being here, buddy.
You guys, excellent questions. It's an honor to be on this program.
Thank you for everybody joining us today. You guys have a wonderful day, and thanks again, John. Wonderful Meet the Biz with you. And David, thank you for bringing John on.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you, John. Thank you, John.
All right. See you guys.
See you all.
Like the Rollercoaster, ride it.
Take care now, y'all.
See ya.